but I see so many posts on the internet, on LinkedIn and some of the other forums that I frequent quite often, and I tend to see so many artists, and not necessarily new artists. I'm amazed the number of artists, especially in the jazz community, because we have a background of that here in Chicago. People who have been in the business for decades, and they sit around and whine and complain that they never get the work they need, they never get the recognition they need, but yet they do absolutely nothing to market themselves and promote themselves. And that's the one area where this business is like the rest of the normal world. It's all about marketing and promotion. I don't think there's any business in the world that is more about PR and marketing than the entertainment industry is, because it's really all about image more than anything else. I'm not one that's a big believer in great talent winning out over everything else. I've seen way too many wonderful, talented people that never get recognized, and I see far too many in the pop industry that do get recognized that never should. So it's all PR marketing, and that's what I do. There really aren't very many trade secrets to give away, because really what it boils down to, you have to do a market analysis first of all. An artist and the artist's music is still a product. It's no different in that sense than you know, a semiconductor or a car radio that you're trying to sell. You have to start by determining, is there a market for the product that you have? So when we first started with Denise's album, we had to make sure that there were people out there that were willing to buy it. And fortunately, we had someone who really did the market research for us in that sense. We are in a niche market of the music industry. We're not in mainstream pop or rock, thank God. That would be a major monumental task for an independent to take on. But we are in what is called traditional pop or adult standards. And that was a market that had appeared to have pretty much gone away a few years ago. And then this young kid out of Canada, Michael Bublé, came along and just set it back on fire again. And then we found other artists, conventional rock artists like Rod Stewart. And you've got Natalie Cole, for instance. My gosh, even Christina Aguilera did a pop standards album. So there was all of a sudden this influx of new people, and we were seeing huge sales on this and huge interest, and they were bringing in a new audience with them. Rod Stewart's people suddenly discovered what standards were. Before that, all they knew was Maggie May. So thanks to Mr. Bublé, we knew that there was a very strong market out there, and so he did the research in that sense for us. We knew where it was and who the market was. So then the next issue became we had to create a product that would appeal to that market. And fortunately, we had the people to do that. It's not something that a small four-piece garage band would be able to tackle, because we're talking about standards and orchestrated music. So in our case, we had to put together a team, and Kerry Dedman, the producer, was there's nobody better in Chicago at it than he is. And for those that will listen to this, essentially we had a 70-piece orchestra. It was all the orchestra from the Broadway show Wicked that backed her up. Kerry wrote phenomenal arrangements. And I'll tell you a trick on creating a good product that we learned in the process. As the executive producer, my main role was to sit back and write the checks. That's what executive producers do. But I was sitting in the VIP area there one day while they were recording a song with a portion of the band, and something I heard that Kerry had written, I literally stood up at that point and said, "Stop right now. Turn off the mics. Don't play another note." And they all turned and looked at me, and I said, "I love the concept you came up with, but the concept, the way it sounds like it was recorded back in 1940. And I said, all the people that listened to that back then are dead now. I said, get the mutes off the horns, make it bright and fresh. We wanted something that was very aggressive and modern sounding. And we had a lot of production meetings about how the sounds would be done, how the different arrangements would be put together. and more than a few arguments, but in the end, the reviews have proven that we were right. We have just gotten glowing reviews, primarily because of the arrangements. We got very innovative, and we took some very old music and made it very bright and modern sounding, and that's what really has caught the attention of people. So in other words, we created a product for today's market. We knew the market was there. The rest of it then became, it's easy in a sense to create a project. It's not so easy to get it out in front of the people that are going to buy it.